unusual, like a long. It's been a long journey. Yeah, don't want to romanticize it. But I never lost faith in myself, or never lost that vision to be world champion. I always said I would be world champion. I knew in my heart that I would be world champion. And in fights when I've been behind,
Sure you do.
I always had faith in myself that I would win. But fighting my Koborov, he's a very good boxer, and I know I was behind the scorecards, but I knew I knew I was patient and I would get chances. And I'd like to thank Adam Booth, my coach and my manager, for the last 2 years. We've worked together very closely and grown stronger as friends, and our relationship as coach and boxer is getting stronger every day. And I wouldn't be here without Adam. Without doubt, I wouldn't be here without Adam. And that fight tonight was dedicated to Emmanuel Stewart. It was an honour of him. All they did for me all the years. And I know he's I know he's looking at me. I know he's happy now that finally I couldn't win the fight against Chavez, and I know that hurt him. It was a big disappointment for both of us. But when he passed away, I said I was going to win a world championship. It made my resolve even more, maybe even more determined to win a world title after he passed away. And I did it today, so.
Andy, right here. I'm curious about your hat, because that's a hat that a famous boxer once wore for a fight, and you kind of fought a little bit like that tonight. I'm just curious why you picked that hat to wear.
Just a tip. It's a tip of the hat to Marvin Hagler. We watch all those fights, especially from that era, and we're top ranked being a promoter here in Las Vegas. It was just a nice little, give me a little edge, But anyway.
And then a second question to ask you is, your fight with John Jackson. I mean, you got the big knockout. You got the big knockout tonight. I mean, obviously there's controversy on the two fights ahead of yours. I mean, do you think that this is a way, for you now, a new type of Andy Lee, a power puncher who's going to be able to start taking guys out?
I can always punch, and I know that. I've always been able to punch since. Well, not since I was a kid, but Emmanuel developed the power since when I turned professional. And I learned how to punch in the Crown Gym. And it's not something I want to rely on or be an Toro Gatti style blood and guts fighter. I want to be a boxer. That's when I'm at my best, I'm a technical boxer. But I always know that if I'm in the trench or I'm behind, I always know I can punch and knock somebody out.
Golovkin was sitting there watching you tonight. Is that a guy that you look at now that you have a belt to fight him?
I'll fight anybody. I have no fear of any man out there.
Andy Lee, how does it?
Hold on, please hold. We have a question over here.
Andy, congratulations. I have a two-part question. So, you were down 50-45 after the fifth round on two scorecards. Did it seem at some point there was a sense of urgency for you at a certain point in the fight? And did it seem like deja vu compared to the Jackson fight in June to now? Did some sense of deja vu come into play in your head?
I thought maybe a round or two down, in the fight, but I could see he was slowing down. I knew he was dangerous and at his best in the first half of all these fights. I watched all these fights and knew that was a pattern. And I could see he was slowing down. His feet weren't as crisp, and he was breathing a little heavy. And I was picking up my activity. And we were exchanging shots, punches, and even the ones that were missing, we both knew there was serious intent on our punches. I felt his power, and he felt my power sometimes. And so he was cautious, and so was I. And that's why the fight was kind of fought at a slow pace for a while. But I knew it was only a matter of time before we trade. And I heard him I think in the third round with the left hand. And I knew he felt it, and I knew it was only a matter of time.
And Andy, congratulations on joining the likes of Steve Collins and winning that belt. This now sets up potentially a massive clash with Billy Joe Saunders, as he's the mandatory for this title. Can you talk to me a little bit about that?
Hey, if he wants to come to Ireland, he's welcome to come over there. My first defence will be in Ireland, and I look forward to bringing that belt home. It was always my dream to step off the plane in Shannon Airport with the belt. And I know there'll be a good crowd there, there'll be a good reception in Ireland when I get back.
Am I right in thinking you're the first man of traveller heritage to win a world title?
I think that's true, yeah. I think that's the truth. But this fight, this championship was for me first, and my family second, and my country third. And as I said, I dedicated it to Emmanuel Stewart and to Alan Booth.